So I'm going to start with my Cover FX primer. Get that everywhere. Just make sure that the foundation goes on smooth. And then foundation, again Cover FX. My skin tone is N10. They have a huge range, so whatever works for you. And you just dab it on everywhere. Under the eye, over the eye. And I apologise if it's not the best light in here today because it's a bit overcast and it's getting into evening, so it's not as bright as I'd like it. At some point I'm getting lights put into my mirror and then it'll be nice and bright, but that's not happened yet. Okay, wipe off my fingers and the foundation. Awesome. So now, lip balm somewhere, there it is, just to moisturise the lips before I put lipstick on later. This is actually just like Coca-Cola flavoured vanilla lip smacker. It tastes really good. And then eyebrows. So I'm not very with it today, but we'll get there, don't worry. So for eyebrows I use, this is kind of like a smudge brush. It's quite rounded, but fine at the top, if that makes sense. And I'm going to use Smashbox contour palette, and I'm using the middle tone because it's nice and red. And I'm going to do my brows. Though to be fair, with the wig I'm going to be putting on, you'll barely see my brows, if at all, because the fringe comes so low, which means that it doesn't really matter whether they are completely like on fleek or not. So don't stress about your brows. That's the great thing about those types of bobs. You didn't need to have awesome eyebrows. But remember, because it's 20s, you don't want to make it too thick, and I've made it fairly thick already, but like I say, it does. Oh, okay. You don't want to make it, you don't need to make it perfect, because like I say, with that wig, it's not going to show. It's just as long as you have a bit of shape, then you'll be fine. And you want more of an arch to it, because it's the 20s. It's more like a kind of a bend rather than a fleeky brows of today. But I'm not shaving my eyebrows off and penciling in arches because I don't want to shave my brows and it just looks silly. I didn't say that. Just smooth it out with an eyebrow pencil. Now obviously if I was doing like a period costume or filming or doing a proper authentic shoot or something like that, then I would take this more seriously, but this is what I'd call more like costume party makeup, so it doesn't have to be 100% accurate as long as it kind of fits the bill. I know, I'm sure people who really take it seriously would be upset with me saying that, but I'm trying to give you like an easy kind of modern 20s mix that works when you, especially if you're in a rush like I am tonight, because I kind of started doing this a bit too late, but I'm always late, so it's okay. And it's not, I should really work on being on time, but whatever. Eyeshadow. I'm losing words as well tonight. It's been one of those days. Actually, it's been one of those weeks. It's a Friday night. I mean, I can't speak. TGIF. So, we need, I'm so tired. Eyeshadow pencil, there we go. And I'm going to use my awesome Sephora Jumbo palette, this one. Hopefully you can see it. And I'm going to do the colours and look that I did for Cabaret, and so you can kind of see that those colours have been worn away quite a bit because I used the same makeup for many weekends in a row. So start with, this is like a goldy metallic tone, and that's going to be for my eyelid. So because it's a party and I'm having fun with it, I'm going for big eyes. This is a big makeup look. It's not subtle. But when you're going to a party, you might as well have fun. So that's gold metallic eyelids. And then I'm going to use, it's like a bronzy metallic colour here, this one, that one, and I'm going to do that in the crease and going up a bit. And so as I'm wiping away the excess, I'm using the wet wipe, well, the makeup wipe, to clean my fingers. If it gets really bad like it is doing, then just use the makeup wipe to clean it up. You can always put more foundation on in a minute. And so it doesn't have to be perfectly even, because you're going for big eyes, and we'll smooth it out and blend it in a minute. The idea is just to get a nice big dark, but not too dark, ring around the gold. And then we'll clean it up a little. Like so, and clean it up on the inner eye because you don't want dark makeup in here. There you go. And then to finish it off, because this is a smoky eye really, what you want to do is take this pale like matte, it's kind of creamy colour here in the corner, and so you want to do on the inside of the eyes like so, and then what you do is you take it up and in between the eye and the brow and round. And if you're prone to having under eye circles, you can take it and go a bit further along underneath the eye as well. Like this, and voila. Dark circles kind of disappear. I find it's very rare for me to ever completely get rid of dark circles, but I can normally do a decent job of it. There we go. And so now I'm going to, now obviously in the 20s contouring didn't exist, but it's 2017 and who doesn't contour? So I tend to contour anyways and figure, well, I can just pretend to be the shape of my face. And it works. Nobody ever notices, and it gives you cheekbones, and we all love to contour, so might as well. So we're back to this Smashbox contour palette, and so dark colour, make a straight line across both cheeks, like so, and also make it in the nose, because, well, I like to have a really long straight nose, and the darker you make the sides, and the paler you make the centre, the longer and straighter it looks. Like so. Really get it in there. You equally don't want to look like you've got a bruise, so make sure it's even. Like so. And then you take the red, well, the bronze kind of tone, and you want to line right above on both sides, like that. And brush it off, and you want to get the creamy powder, nice straight line down the centre of your nose. You want a little bit on your forehead, though again, barely even touch your forehead, because if you're doing like a fringed wig, it really, no one's going to see, and so you've just wasted a bunch of your makeup on your forehead and no one's going to care. Then I put it on my cheek and under my eye, because again, I don't want to look too tired, though slightly edgy bags under the eyes kind of works for the 20s, depends on what kind of character you're going for. And then a little dab on the chin, like so. And then to blend all of this, I get a blush brush, make sure there's no blush on it, and then I kind of squash it flat into my cheek, and then I rub in a up and down along the cheekbone like this. And then little tiny bits of up and down movement as well, just to blend the two together as well as across. And there you go. And then on the other side. And then I blend the nose. And then just a quick brush over the whole face to make sure it's all nice and neat. And then, now this is back to my favourite Disney blush. I apologise if you can't get it. I'm actually going to Disney in like 2 weeks, I think. And I'll let you guys know if I find it, and if it's available online or whatever, I'll go into the store and ask if the store's still there. Fingers crossed. But this is Satin Peach. It's part of, I want to say the Villains collection, but I could be completely wrong because it's a while since I got this. So you just want a tiny little brush on the blush brush, and then onto the cheeks, and then the cheek. Like so. Now my light isn't brilliant, so I'm hoping I've got this even. Fingers crossed. Guess I'll find out in my selfies tomorrow. And now we are done with powdery, oh well, have a tiny bit more fun, and I'm going to get my highlighter palette out, and I'm just going to use, and so this is Cover FX again, and I'm going to use the it's labelled #1, and it's like a creamy shiny highlighter, and I just put a tiny bit on my Cupid's bow, and it just highlights it, just that bit. And actually, because why not, I'll take #3, which is the powdered version of #1, and just put a dab right in the corners of my eyes, because it makes my eyes look bigger. And who doesn't want bigger eyes? I love makeup, it's so much fun.